Hey guys, it's me, 80s444. So today, guys, I'm gonna talk to you guys about Japan versus Croatia. This is a tricky one to call. I think this is one of the most interesting matches there is in this round of 16. And I still haven't fully made my mind yet, although I think I've edged with which team I'm gonna go advance. And this is a very tricky one because there's a lot to look at. So I want to preview both teams. So let's go ahead and preview Japan first. Okay. So Japan coming into this were placed into Group E. They were the pot three team, and they had the difficult task of playing Spain and Germany, Costa Rica. Many people didn't even fancy their chances to advance from the group. Many people said that Germany, Spain would advance and they would finish third. Not only did they advance, they beat both Spain and Germany, and they topped the group. And this is only their second time in history they have topped the group. Last time was in 2002. Coincidentally enough, that was also held in South Korea, Japan. And Japan are looking to do one better and reach the quarterfinals for the first time in their history because they have never ever made the quarterfinals. As for Croatia, they came into this tournament as somewhat of an underdog. They were placed in pot two with World Cup third place team, Belgium, and rising Morocco and Canada. It was always going to be difficult to see Croatia replicate the success they had from 2018. However, they were able to advance in the group with a 2-0 draws against both Belgium and Morocco, respectively, and they managed to win against Canada 4-1 to put themselves second place in Group F with 5 points. Now, the head-to-head record between the two teams is actually pretty interesting. If you look at the head-to-head record, it's actually really interesting, and I also have some tidbit to say here. So Croatia has actually played against Japan. They got one win, one draw, one loss. So it's relatively even. Most recent meeting came in 2006 when Japan and Croatia played against each other in 0-0 draw. 1998 was a 1-0 win for Croatia, and Japan won 4-3 in the Korean Japan Cup, 1997. Also, coincidentally enough, that's the only time Croatia have actually played against an Asian team in the World Cup. So they haven't played against any of their Asian teams. It's a very interesting one to call. Let's go look at players that are going to be players at risk of suspension and players that will be suspended. For Croatia, no one will be suspended for this game, although the players that if they pick up a yellow card will miss a quarterfinal match. Dejan Lovren and Luka Modric. If either of the two player picks up a yellow card, they'll be suspended for the quarterfinal match, which they'll play the winner of Brazil, South Korea. As for Japan, the following players are risk of suspension. Yamin is risk of suspension. Endo, Yoshida, and Taoguchi. Itkura is suspended for this game. He got 2 yellow cards and will not play in the round of 16 game. So, okay, let's go look at lineups that were implemented by both teams. So let's start with Japan. So Japan played the 3-4-3 against Spain, which they needed to win, keep in mind. And so what I can see happening is that obviously with Itakura suspended, they might slot in Tomiyasu as a center back to fill in for his position. The rest of the team could be as same. I'm interested to see though will Matoma start this game, and where is Minamino, man? Where's Minamino? So a very interesting team. As for Croatia, they're gonna be playing the 4-3-3. I expect the same lineup. The only change I could maybe see is Stanisic playing instead of Jurnovic in that right back position. Obviously, midfield will stay the same, and I think the front three will stay the same. I think the key for this game is going to come down which team is going to dictate that midfield. And we know for a fact that Croatia has one of the best midfield trios in the world. Modric, Brozovic, and Kovacic. It's a very, very good midfield. My concern with Croatia is their attack. I just don't really know Kramaric can really turn up in this kind of game. And Perisic, he's not really consistent. And that's the thing with Japan is that as good as they haven't really been that consistent with their starters. Doin and Matoma have been really good. Tanaka as well. But the thing with Japan is that they've been so reliant on their super subs that I just don't know if it's going to really work well, bind well in this game because we've been seeing is that Japan have had a good, not really good first half, but the second half they just turn it on somehow. They're more of a second half team. I think that's very evidently clear to say. Whereas for Croatia, it's very difficult to analyze them because they haven't really. There's not really much to analyze besides the Canada game, which, let's face it, Canada pretty much played into their hands. It's a tricky game. I can see this one going to penalties. This is what I think the game's gonna happen. I think Japan will actually take an early lead for once. I think it will go against a storyline. I just have a feeling that Japan will just caught Croatia up by surprise. And the Croatia, Japan will keep getting chance after chance after chance. Croatia will somehow find a way to keep in, and then Croatia will just score a last minute equalizer. I just have a feeling one of the substitutes will just come in clutch. Maybe like maybe Orsic or maybe Budimir or something like that. I don't know. Then I just have a feeling Croatia's just gonna win this on penalties. I just have a feeling that I just think as much as I want to see Japan advance, I just feels as though that my issue with Japan is just I just don't think they'll do as well in this game because of the fact that Croatia will not give them that much space that what Spain and Germany did, right? And I feel Japan will struggle more in this game. And sort of like what we saw against Costa Rica, and I just don't really feel like Japan will find that areas to attack very well, and I think they'll be very hard to break them in transition. I could see this being a 0-0 or a 1-1. I don't see this being more than 4 goals. I think 3 goals as max it can get. And it's a tricky, tricky game because I'm hoping for Japan. It would be nice for them to finally reach the quarterfinal appearance. I just think Croatia's just going to do it. I think just Croatia just have that more mentality, the more experience, and I just feel as though Croatia just have the better. I feel like Dalic just knows this Croatian team more than the Japanese coach. I just don't think the Japanese coach has done that great of a job with this Japan team. Don't get me wrong, he's done a good job, but I just don't think he's been that great. Moriyasu, I don't think he can really get the best out of this team, So I'm hoping I'm wrong. It would be nice to be proven wrong, but I just feel Croatia's just going to do it. So I think Croatia will just edge this. It's going to be a close game. This one can go either way. I just have a feeling Croatia's going to edge this. I think it's going to go to penalties, and I just feel like Croatia's just going to win. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, guys, this World Cup has been crazy. Maybe another upsets can loom in the knockout stage, but we'll have to wait and see. So make sure, guys, if you're new around here, considering that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, comment down below your thoughts in the comment section below, and let me know what you guys think of this one. Do you guys think Japan can finally reach the quarterfinals for the first time in their history? So I want you guys to comment down below, all that good stuff. Make sure you guys check out the links in the description below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.